everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing my June wrap-up. This is very much an impromptu video. I just was like, hey, why not? And all my shit's not together, so... So the first book I read in June is The Ghost Bride by Yang Zi Chu. I didn't have really any expectations going into this book, but I found it was very beautiful. The concept of a woman marrying pretty much a ghost, or the ghost of a dead person, and like being, and then like, it's hard to explain. So she gets the offer of marrying a wealthy family's dead son, his ghost, right? In order to like appease the ghost. And in return, she gets security. She gets to be a part of that family. But in this book, not everything is as it seems. It's very beautifully written, amazing mythology, a very, very smart heroine. The only reason that I didn't give it 5 stars was because of the ending. I really feel like there was something that was erased from the ending. Like, it wasn't fully complete to me, which is why I didn't give it 5 stars, but it was very, very close. It's still a very, very good book. The next book that I read is Song of the Dryad, by Natalia Lee. She's a fellow, or not a fellow, but she's a YouTuber, a fellow YouTuber, but most specifically she is on AuthorTube. So I got her book like a while back. I read it. So I rated this book 3 stars. It was kind of more like a 2.5 stars to me. So the character was handed everything. I really feel like she did the absolute minimum to do what she needed to do. So Charlotte's mom is kidnapped by the Fae, and if Charlotte wants her mom back, she has to find these stones, these Fae stones, I believe, return them to the Fae to, like, so they can protect the forest or something like that. She just very, very minimum. I feel like she was conveniently placed to find these things. Like, there was no really sense of urgency. I mean, her mom was kidnapped and then very well taken care of. Like, so there was like, I mean, she was put in sleep and everything, but like, I mean, I understand. You know, your mom's kidnapped, you want her back. But there was really, like I said, there was really no sense of urgency. Like, nothing bad was going to happen to her mom other than she was going to be in a coma for the rest of her life if Charlotte didn't complete this task. And I've read a lot of books, and there's worse things that could have happened. So there's that. So the whole time I was reading the book, I really felt like I was seeing Natalia and not Charlotte. I used to watch a crap ton of her videos, and it really felt more like Natalia was in the story instead of Charlotte. Like, I couldn't separate the two. And I'm not saying that's necessarily a bad thing, but I didn't believe Charlotte as a character. I believed Natalia was Charlotte, if that makes sense. The next book that I read is Binti by Nnedi Okorafor. It's a beautiful book. It's absolutely beautiful. Like, there was a part in there that I was reading and I was like, okay, this sounds really cool. Like, I'm really interested. And then something freaking happened and I'm just like, holy shit, what the hell? And it was just, oh my god, for such a tiny, tiny book, it was just packed full of emotions. And I feel like, because the way it ended kind of like sped things up a little bit, but it was really good, really well written, or really good. Very done. Oh, I can't words right now. It made me sad because there was, you know, that future possibility, and then it was gone, and then here's another one and another one. And I was just like, oh my god, it's really, really good. So I can't wait to get to A Night Masquerade and Binti home. Sorry, Desiree, for reading them without you. The next book that I actually freaking listened to was Nimona by Noelle Stevenson. Right off the top, I can't find anything about the voice person, the narrator, I guess. So I'll leave, like, I'll have information for Nimona and Blackheart to be villains, and I believe Nimona was more of a traditional villain than Blackheart was, because I don't want to like do any spoilers. They were so villainy, anti-villain. Does that make sense? That probably doesn't make sense, but like, if you, oh my god, I can't even words now. I can't. Like, this book was fantastic. It's the only audiobook that I've ever been able to actually finish, and I was so drawn into it, and I want more from this world. I would love to read more from this world. Um, it was really interesting. The next book that I read is Releasing Rage, Cyborg Sizzle. Book number 1 is a dark erotic. I didn't, by Cynthia Sachs. I did not leave a review. I rated it 3 stars. The next one is Alien Conquest, which is Alien Invasion #1 by Honey Phillips. Book number, or not book number 3. I gave it 3 stars. Honey Phillips is very much a touch and go dark erotic author for me. Some books I really love, some books I kind of miss, some books I really don't like from her. So there's that. Didn't leave a review, so I must not have really felt much for it. This book I read is Sacrifice to the Dragon, Stonefire Dragons, book number 1. There was no sense of urgency in this book or danger. There wasn't much in the way of plot, but at least Melanie, the main female character, was stubborn. 3 stars. The next book I read is Python, Galactic Order, book number 1 by Erin Reagan. I gave it 3 stars. Again, no review, so I must not have really felt anything for it. The next book I read is Beast, Warriors of Kaizen, book number 1 by Luna Hunter. Gave it 2 stars, so I really must not have liked it. I DNF'd Crash and Burn, Cyborg Sizzle book number 3. Oh my god. Okay. Alien Ascension, Alien series by Tracy Lauren, 3 stars. Alien Gift, Alien series book number 4, 4 stars. Jumping Barrel, Cyborg Sizzle, 3.5. Cynthia Sachs, 2 stars. Look, ever since I ran out of Naomi Lucas books to read, there ain't been nothing that can compare, okay? If you want to read some really, really good dark erotic cyborg / shifter romance with like really, really, really flawed and extremely morally gray, they're almost in the black characters, Naomi Lucas is your author. That's who you're looking for, okay? Okay. I haven't found anyone that like remotely gives me like any type of emotional roller coaster, okay? Chasing Mayhem, 2 stars. Defying Death, 2 stars. I read the Red Winter Trilogy by Annette Marie, and this is, it was said to give you kind of Kami-sama Kiss / Inuyasha vibes, and those are animes for those of you who don't know, and I very much did so. So I read Red Winter. I gave it 3 stars. It was a little bit, to me, some of the info I don't necessarily believe was needed, but given that the info that was given probably don't make any sense. Like, other people probably needed it, but I didn't need it. So to me, it was a little bit too informational for me. But it was still a really good book. It's about a girl who is basically since from the age of 8, and she's now like almost 18, or she is 18, for like 10 years basically. She's been raised as this priestess who on the solstice, winter solstice, she is basically going to become the vessel of a goddess. And then together they're supposed to, like, you know, bring harmony to the world and like do good things, right? She finds out that's a fucking lie, and this is like her adventure, right? So the first book was 3 stars. The second book, Dark Tempest, I gave it 4 stars. I absolutely loved it. I loved it, meeting new characters. Yumi and Shino definitely give me Moroku and Inuyasha vibes, them two. Oh my gosh, I loved it. Okay, and then the third book is Immortal Fire, and I gave that one 5 stars because I absolutely loved it. It's got a happily ever after, if that's your kind of thing. I loved like all the characters, all the mythology, and I loved it. It was a fantastic book. So for any of you who have watched Inuyasha, and if you've read these books, let me know if maybe any particular character gave you some very kind of mediocre month. Honestly, I'm very happy I had at least 2 or 3. I believe I had 3 5 stars this month, so I'm happy for it. June was not a very good month, emotionally. But here's to hopefully July being better, because then we're that much closer to BookNet Fest, and I'm so excited. Also, my birthday's July 31st. I'll be a whopping 28, going on like 48. I so old. That is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you later.